we're back. Let's reset the timer. For those of you who are new to the channel, I have all of this very neatly organized onto YouTube. And I didn't start getting it very neatly organized, or I was trying to be sarcastically defiant, but no, I definitely didn't start getting it neatly organized until I started stopping the recording every hour around on the hour of recording. So now they're able to get uploaded way faster than they were before. I sang 398. Is that what your dwarf was last time? You should probably order the dwarves to kill shit again. There's a chameleon. That sounds like something we want to get killed for experience. Let us see where the comedian is. Chameleon. First of all, there's chameleon. Second of all, Stephen Robert, as you are the slowest of the dwarves, or should say the less endurant. Let's do a read. You're at 416 now. Yep, 416. That's even if you get involved in this fight. For all we know, Cyrillac's just gonna run over and kill it again. While they set up that statue. I do like these. These giant animals all tend to be like herbivorous and or passive creatures. So our military kills them, but our military gets up experience from the fight. That's definitely not Steven. So that had to have been Cyrillac or...
Sorry, sir, I can't do it.
There's a bit of blood out there. And it left. Literally ran off the map. But now there's a porcupine. You know what they say about porcupines? They die. Granted, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a chase. It's not even a giant porcupine. It's just a porcupine. All right, who's close? Cyrillac. I don't think Cyrillac's trying. He's not running. Oh my God, he's gonna give Steven the chance to get the kill. Steven might actually get some experience. Huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah! Either that or Steven's just gonna get tired chasing after it and then Cyrillac will jump in to steal the kill again.
All the fish are gone.
Yeah, I know about the fish.
I can't do it.
Oh, Steven got tired again. And here comes Cyrillac to take the kill. Oh no, he stopped too. What is going on? Is he just waiting for Steven to get close so he can watch him steal the kill? Uh-oh, he doubled back. That's not a good idea. I don't know. I don't know why he's not charging him. We already know he has the endurance to do this, and he's got the burst of speed to catch one of these guys. He's done it before. Multiple times, in fact. So I don't know why this one lone porcupine is like putting him through his paces, and you just see Stephen Robert in the background walking by. Where am I supposed to be going? If nothing else, a bunch of light jogging will build up Steven's endurance. Why have we suspended the construction of a floor? Where have we suspended the construction of a floor? All right, porcupine. Uh-oh, they had him in the corner. As soon as I look, he gets smarter. Barrack back food. All right, have you heard of the High Elves? Chameleon is a comedian. Now that I'm up, yeah. Why are they suddenly unable to catch a freaking porcupine? They definitely, especially Cyrillac's character, ran him down before. Now he's acting like he's getting tired. He nearly had him. An outpost liaison who might tell us more information about what's happening in the realm. All right, hold on. Let's go back to the statue. We should have another one by now. Build statue. No, we don't. I thought I'd ordered one more to make it even. I guess I didn't. Less easy to spot? No, I mean, yeah, but he's tracked him. He's killed porcupines before. There you go. We have 3 people making blocks now. That should speed up our rate extremely. I still don't think I have anything to trade these people. Make totem. Bone. Crafts, I guess. Leather. Dress. Shirt. Vest. Robe. Leggings. Cap. Glove. Shoe. There you go. Do one of each of those. See what we end up making with what we have. How many yaks do we have, by the way? 6 units without bed. Oh, I never fucking turned them into bedrooms. I only built the beds. I'm a moron. There you go. 6 more bedrooms. I like how they probably just been staring at this the whole time like, I'd love to sleep there. Can I sleep here, please? And we're like, no. They must remain empty so they look clean. Units up bedroom 6, I know bedroom 6. It balances itself out again. Let's discuss your situation. Okay. I want gold. Except I never remember to do anything to, like, buy it off of you. It's a little bit of a problem. Where's your stones? I'll buy gold stone. Like, I'll buy this shit cheap if I have to. Where is gold? Gold nougats. Bring me gold. That's all I want in life is gold. Tell me about the world. I don't care about the export agreement. Did you tell me about the world? I don't think you did. Sleep on the roof. No, we're gonna have comfort. Clearly, trading them a bunch of totems will win them over. We could trade them a bunch of coke, more coke, more coke, more coke. Either you get coke or you find yourself behind iron bars. Like I don't know what the game is trying to tell me here. Something about if you look for coke, you're stuck behind bars, and I don't understand. There's got to be some message in there, but it's just going over my head. Can I trade them to stupid things? Like the body parts I don't want? I think I can, actually. Skins and or other things? What is there a part of this that I don't want? Yeah, mangled hair. I don't want that. Here you go. Take the hair. Might as well. What other body part do I not like? Here you go. Here's a tuft of hair for you. What the fuck? I'm not gonna pay you anything for this. No, it's okay. You just take it. There's always the artifact too, but I don't want to trade it. I do not want to trade away the artifact. I think it's best we're gonna get out of this. All right, let them bring what they can. This new Triforce Sword has been imported to a new patch. Define new. This is the first new, not new. So to get to 47.03 or whatever this is a new Triforce Fort. This is not the 44 one where I had the vampire. But from the last version that didn't have text will be text, this is the same version that's been slightly patched using Kleino Dev's material so that we can have text will be text working. Yeah, this is a new second Triforce, but not a new third one. How did I do? Legend says you're chasing him to this very day. There you go. I just had to stare at him for a second and Cyrillac killed him. All right. Stephen Robert, you are up to 438. You gained another 22 points. At this rate, you might be barely passable as a dwarf in a few years. Here, take this mangled hand and fingers, and maybe this nose. I don't want it. Well, you're not wrong. Yay. What are you doing on drinks? Up over 70, that's something. Plant repeat. You're already on fruit repeat, fantastic. Rope reeds. You're on, oh, we don't have a plant processor. We need a plant processor. Who's this herbalist? Steven, this is you. All right, you are a fantastic plant gatherer, but you don't gather plants all the time. I'm definitely not gonna use you for cooking, and I'm not gonna use you for these three in the middle, so that's fine. Hold on, I heard you getting dwarfed. Give me a second. Take you off of wood cutting. And we'll put you in as a... Now, I'll leave you as these two. This man... Plant processing. Who is my plant processor? And then once I sort this out, I'll dwarf you in. I heard it. Give me a sec. Plant lover? Ah. That is plant lover. You do decent at wood cutting. You should just be a plant lover. I don't even know why I'm pretending like this is anything else. We'll just have two plant lovers. There we go. You're a plant lover who happens to do the military. Makes perfect sense. All right, who got dwarfed? Magna Draconis. Magna Draconis. You have dwarf 15 in an angry game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Magna Draconis, you are a legendary bowyer? You're the legendary bowyer that I keep ignoring. We've had you since the beginning. The beginning. I just haven't paid attention too much to making any crossbows. Because bowyery only applies to wooden ones, right? If I make a metal crossbow, that's not bowyery still. Right? I forget, admittedly. Dwarf Fortress. Bowyer. Bowyo. Bowyo. Used to make wooden and bone crossbows. Low crossbow created from weapon. The damage crossbow deals with quality, not the material. Generally affects damage when dwarf things is the skill is not used to make bolts, which requires either wood crafting, while they can normally craft, but goes to a strange wood, chance to create an artifact blowgun instead. Yeah. So you're legendary. I might as well make a couple of, try to make a couple of like really good quality crossbows while I'm thinking of it. Build workshop bowyers. What is bowyers? The bowyers. The more I say it, the less like a word it sounds. Bowyers. 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 Bowyos. Yo bows. Yo bow the elbow. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a word anymore. It sounds like gibberish. Give it a bit to propagate, and then I will have your description for you. Trying to see something. Magna Draconis. Watch, we're gonna have another guy who's cheating on his wife. What are you doing? First of all, relations, since we've learned that is now important. You do not have a wife, but you do have a lover. Whose name is Adil. Different last name than CJ's wife, but same first name. I'm just saying. And Adil is also not here. But you count amongst your friends. Your true friends. Bear Grylls 88, Harold Beaver, and Domine are kindred spirits. Zach, those two cats yelling, Hellfire Skyrim, Big Orange 415, the Speedy Noob, and Grogrin are also all kindred spirits. Fezzy is a close friend, and Sulok and Stephen Robert are only regular friends. Coca-Cola 5, also a kindred spirit. We didn't mention him earlier because he deserved to be on his own. Is that good or bad? No one knows. You have a lot of deities and masters and one lover. Magna Draconis is a she.
Magna Draconis likes microcline, bronze, fire opal, chipmunk leather, circles, blue peafowls for their enormous fantails, ostriches for their long necks, rainy plants for their useful stems, and the worms of the monk of Zephyrus. When possible, she prefers to consume lion tamarind, river spirits, and tomatoes. She absolutely detests worms. She has a great ability to focus and a lot of willpower, but she has very bad analytical abilities. Why does this sound more robotic the more I talk? Why is it getting worse? But she has very bad analytical abilities, little patience, and very little linguistic ability. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. She's confident under pressure after choking on dust.
As you do, you choke on dust, and afterwards you're like, you know what? I'm ready to get science done.
I'm ready to do science. Oh, this is when this isn't even working. I'm ready to do science. Please don't kill me. I'm different.
There we go. Just make her sound like a damn turret. If it's gonna go robotic on me, might as well be a turret. That sounds auto-tuned. What, the second one? Yeah, it's auto-tuned to nothing. That's legit the key that I figured out. The only way I can get it to have, because it has a quote-unquote robot mode, but if I try to do anything involving the robot settings, it sounds awful. Awful. But if I auto-tune it...
Please don't hurt me. I'm different. Are you still there? I'm not like other turrets. I only want to do science. Are you here to do science? I see you.
So for some reason, if I try to auto-tune it to nothing, I can pull off a robot. But if I do any of the 90 billion robot settings it has, I can't. I don't know why. Because if I do robot, not auto-tune.
This is what I sound like. Are you still there? It sounds shit.
Just awful. Just awful. I don't know why. That's odd. Yeah, isn't it? Because like I said.
So they're both off. This is just pitching up. That's all this is. This is pitching up. And then this is robot. Somehow this makes sense, but this one is auto-tuned. Somehow it helps me make the noise. Are you still there? I see you. Error, error. I have lost the target. Engaging. Ah! Stop shooting, it hurts. I'm burning now.
For some reason, if I auto-tune it, I can get it to do the things correctly. Robot, I can't. I don't know. I do not know. I know what settings I have that works, and that's what I'm going to use. I should request my broker so I can trade. Yeah, that's why I requested the broker. Calm down. Calm down. As soon as I get here, Edom Gebedem. Where the hell is Edom Gebedem? Oh, he's already here. If I trade everything, absolutely everything, I have 100 dwarf bucks worth of gear. Is there anything I can trade for? Anything at all? Just so I can pretend that I did something this day. You have plants? You have rope reeds. No rope reeds. Fine, I will order 5 whole cheeses. There you go. A couple of totems for 5 whole blocks of cheese. Oh yeah, I got Get to Rimmel today, and I'm so. You reminded me. So you guys know how I do Crusader Kings 2, or I've played it occasionally on stream, and we have a couple of funny clips of me accidentally requesting the Byzantine Empire to help me invade one little county in Ireland. Ignoring that, if you go onto Steam, and do I have Steam running on the other computer? I do. If you go onto Steam and you go in the store, because Crusader Kings 3 is going to be coming out at some point, Crusader Kings 2 is free to play now. None of the expansions, but you can get Crusader Kings 2 for free. The reason why I bring this up is, if at some point in the summer, I do Crusader Kings 2, we can do a multiplayer game. For the DLC to work, only the host needs the DLC, which means when a free time comes around and I next do Crusader Kings, any of you guys can do a multiplayer game with me for free. It is now a free game. But I recently-ish played the CK2 base game because it's free now. Exactly. It used to cost money, but now it's free. And the DLC system is just whoever's hosting the game, everyone has that DLC active. Because the way the game works is everything in the DLC is always on your computer. You're just never allowed to choose those options. So if the host has it, it sets a flag and it tells every other computer you're allowed to choose these options. That's literally it. It's kind of weird. Or if you have a closer knit group of friends you like to play it with, you only need to trick one of your friends into buying the DLC. And after they buy it, you just say, good, you bought it. We don't need to now. You only need a DLC if you want to do it when you're doing single player. Yeah, and occasionally some of the DLCs are free. You only really need like 6 of them. There's a ton of DLC for extra music and extra little unit tokens and things. There's like 8 or 9 DLCs that are like gameplay things to the game. Those are the only ones you really need. And of those, 2 of them are awful and no one should ever get, because they will make you hate existing, really, if I'm being honest and not, you know, exaggerating unduly. Those ones are there's one where Montezuma invades. For some reason, there's a DLC where they have fucking South America invade Europe. I forget what that one's called, and it's annoying and stupid and annoying. And then there is another one which gives the people below you the chance to tell you what to do. It's like where they tried to do the era of people overthrowing kings and slowly becoming constitutional monarchies and shit. It's called Conclave or something like that. I don't know. I really hate that. Like, you're able to do more rules a little bit faster if you give your people more power, but the more power you give them, the more you need to get them to agree with you in votes. And you have to try to stack the politics in your favor. And it's like, I'm here in the year 600 with a bunch of Irish freaking barbarians. I rule by might. I don't give a fuck about any of this stupid nonsense. Yeah, it's a paradox game. Like I said, I think it's going free because sometime this next year they're releasing Crusader Kings 3. So I'm thinking they're just hoping to get a bit of passive interest in the series that they don't already have. So when they release the next one, people can be like, oh, the next one is here. Yeah, Crusader Kings 2 is free. No, that's what we're talking about. It was already free. Or no, yeah, it went free to play. For a time, it was not free. At some point, semi-recently to semi-moderately ago, it did go free. There was a time when you had to buy it. Yes, but not everyone has to buy the DLC. That's what we're saying. So for instance, if I, your humble strategist, were to do a game when I'm not in the middle of a school semester with all the DLCs I have, and you, the fantastic strategist family, wish to play with me, you only need the base game to play. Because if the host has the DLC, everyone else's DLC is turned on. That's kind of one of the reasons why the DLC is slightly more expensive than some people seem to think it needs to be. And that's the idea is that not everyone needs the DLC. If you have 4 friends, they're still only getting one of you to buy the DLC. If you have 5 friends and you all play together, only one of you is buying the DLC. That's why even after so much time, they don't really lower the prices too much. The latest DLC will always be $20, just because it's the latest. Doesn't matter how long ago it was. That's what you're gonna want. That's what you're gonna want. Lol. Imagine having friends.
I will be your friend. Don't worry, we will do science. Sometimes there's cake. It tastes delicious.
All right, so they're still making rock blocks, but I think I'm out of rock for them to block. So we're gonna have to mine again. Now, how tall is this? From the top wall, which is there, the one little nubbin. But see, this is weird. This is 2, that is 1. From top wall, it's weird. From top wall to bottom wall is 27. So from top wall to bottom wall is 27. But that's the wall, which means this triangle is here. That's a wall. So inside to inside should only be 25. Inside to inside is in fact 25. So that needs to be a wall as well. That's what I'm saying. These my triangles. Somehow I think I've got the blunt ones on top and the pointy ones on bottom. It needs to be the exact other way around. Oh well, it is just something I shall have to deal with. So we're gonna mine these out. Hold on, chat. I do not wish to fuck this up. There we go. Let that get dug. I did actually. Well, I didn't watch the whole video, but I saw the beginning part of his latest one where he's talking about minecarts, and I kind of got a giggle out of it because a lot of the problems he had in that video are the exact things my last minecart video addressed. Did you say earlier you have a starter pack with text will be text? So yes, but no. This is starter pack. This is the latest Lazy Newb Pack with the latest Dwarf Fortress. You have to then go to a third link to overrule it. Yeah. So that link that was linked is a weird sub-alpha of an alpha thing. Download the alpha Lazy Newb Pack that is on page 353 of the forum of the Lazy Newb Pack thing. I think I can just link it here. I think that command works. That is where you get Lazy Newb Pack, but that's the latest completed version. The current alpha is on page 353. You download that page, then you go to the link that we just linked, well, head of my link, and you overwrite files in Lazy Newb Pack with that new link. And then together, you can't change the graphics. It's set for Paradox. I always forget what this one's called. Phoebus. It's set to Phoebus, but it has text will be text working with it. It has also an updated Dwarf Therapist, which has one slight issue. This is the big issue with having an alpha on an alpha. The Dwarf Therapist that you launch from this is not the right Dwarf Therapist. They're in 2 different folders because of the way you copy it over. So you are going to have to launch Dwarf Therapist manually from the one you copied over, not the one that the Lazy Newb Pack launcher tries to launch. Because remember, Lazy Newb Pack is Lazy Newb Pack. This is overwriting like some DF hack files and some things that work off of DF hack, like the regular sound sense or something, so that they work as well. So it's like an alpha of an alpha that people haven't compiled together yet. But this is latest Dwarf Fortress, or semi-latest. It's 47 whatever. And it is Lazy Newb Pack, and I can zoom in and out without the right thing zooming in and out. You just have to launch the correct Dwarf Therapist, and you have to do this tile set. There's another slightly different one off of Vettlinger that has text, will be text working as well, but similar issue with that one. You have to use that texture pack if that's what you're doing. You can't switch the normal 8 texture packs of your will. You have Phoebus or Vettlinger right now, if I'm pronouncing that right. Which I'm fairly certain I'm not. Yeah, really certain I'm not pronouncing that right. All right, we will smooth all of these. And they will be smooth and people will be happy. You are. All right, sweet. Yay me. We're gonna have them smooth again because our artists still don't have high enough skill. One of them's close to being legendary. And if I do this right, as soon as they get legendary, I'll tell them to stop smoothing so the other guy can get experience. Because the problem is, the higher they get in the skill, the faster they smooth. The faster they smooth, the more they get to smooth in the same time. The more they get to smooth, the more experience they get. So once that person had a runaway lead, there was just no catching up. Because I mean, look how fast he gets those floors smooth in the time it takes the other artist to smooth a few of them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. He's getting about 2 to 3 for every one the other guy is doing. So, slight issue. Needs strawberry seeds. How dare you? How dare you quote the strawberries to me? How dare you? I was there when the strawberries were planted, you old witch. I've nearly covered the top triangle and made it safe. Huzzah. We don't have a real proper sleeping system though, do we? Not yet. I mean, we have this, but that is not safe at all. It's just where we cram people.
Winter is here.
Winter is here.
Oh no, it is winter time. My servos don't work in the cold. Can you grease me? I'm free.
Anything to kill? Maybe. Maybe if we weren't saving. Maybe if we weren't saving, there might be a thing to kill. There probably is. As far as I'm aware, this map constantly has at least 2 wild creatures. As soon as you kill one or they run away, a second one pops out. Wherever we are always has another wild creature. So if I was microing it, there could be shit to be killing all the time. But the problem is if you keep them active like that, they're going to quickly get tired and annoyed. See, 2 animals. Let's go for the giant flying bird. I'm sure that will work wonders. Here's a porcupine. S-A-K-L. Porcupine. Kill that porcupine. Show that porcupine who boss. We're down to 10 drinks again. Fuck me. I swear this system is freaking going crazy. I need a manager. I need to get a manager to try to like get ahead of the curve for getting this shit to work. You! Brew, for the love of God, brew. Please stop not brewing. I know auto labor could maybe be getting this to work, but I'd rather probably at this point just get manager working. If I were to do the manager, I would need. Here's the thing. I don't need that table up top. I don't. I really don't. And I don't need this to be a dining room. I don't. I really don't. This chair, we'll designate that as a throne room and will be assigned to the Skunk of Forest, which is the Farmer Guild. Whereas I can now remove this chair out of this This won't be taking much worth at all from the Grand Guild Hall of the Skunk Forest, which will free up a wooden table and chair that I can use in a room. There were a few Z levels that I skipped earlier, doing, you know, whatever. I can use some of this to make office space. So that's 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Where does this triangle end? A little bit more. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2. 2, 2. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. You are way wrong. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Just because it has to have a weird little nubbin, right? Yep. This can be converted into some freebie offices for the minor nobles. There we go. We'll let the miner get to that and dig it out whenever he decides to, and that will be our manager and our bookkeeper's office and whatever else I can cram in there. Have you messed around with libraries and researching? In the new version, I have not. I've done libraries before, but I have not really done much with the new research system that I have read about. Keep getting an Xfinity ad trying to sell me gamer certified internet. What does that even mean? What is gamer certified internet? Did they just get some random dude who plays games? Is like, hey, does this look like internet to you? Yeah, sure, that looks like internet. Fucking gamer certified. What does that even mean? Gamer certified internet. What does that even mean? I typed that into Google and I can't find that. Gamer certified Xfinity. Esports and online gaming internet service. What does that even mean? What does that mean? None of these even look like good speeds. What is the point? None of that looks like good. What's the up speed? Who fucking cares about the download speed? Like your download speed needs to be good, but what's your up speed? What do you mean gamer grade? What does that even mean? That doesn't make sense. What is gamer? You've made up words. You've smoked some fucking pills. That doesn't make any sense. It's gamer certified. It's in the fuel. Comcast, it's in the game. We work with fucking EA Sports now, apparently. This is the top of a 2. Then if I did a 1, I don't know, I feel like these like half connect. I don't know what's going on. We'll dig that out as well just because I can. I think it has red LEDs on a router. Ooh, cool, it's super red. You're gonna buy the whole internet, but you'll only need the edge. Dude, it's the tubes and the bits. What's in the box? Well, yeah, you're not a gamer, because only a true gamer would have gamer certified internet. Our gamer certified internet gets people going with Mountain Dew, gamer certified fuel for gamer certified internet. That doesn't make any sense. That's just stupid. Hold on. I'm gonna be stupid for a second. How do I do this? Top to bottom, this is 27. Middle to edge, this is 16. Because it's really 15. But we know that this is a wall. Wall to wall is 15. Half of 15 is 8. Or I should say middle of 15 is 8. 8 goes up to here, that being the top. Build construction wall. So if I'm reading my own, if I'm thinking my thoughts correctly, I can be a freaking Triforceception jackass. And I can do this. This would almost be enough to not make sense. Is that a 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2? Somehow that doesn't make sense at the very end. Either way, if I do a little tiny triangle, but instead of bringing it all the way down, I bring it across, and then the door that would be in the middle, remove, I can have little baby triangle rooms. I can have little baby triangle rooms in the smaller Triforce inside the northern bigger Triforce of the Triforce base. And in this way, we can get between the 3 different offices, and they can have little triangles.
I won't do it.
And somehow this made them very angry. We now have over 100. Fantastic. Went from damn near none to over 100. As long as it's stable and consistent, I would hate to have fucking booms and busts. That would really annoy me if it was just making no sense whatsoever. Get rid of the bone crossbow, wooden, just to see what you can make. Back to the craftsdwarf. Wood. Pot. Give me the pot. We already have a library in the Farmers Guild Hall. Works for GPU and chair manufacturers. Right now, ISPs. Triception. Baby Trihorns. Build. Table. Share. And I'll use this for the manager's office. This has got to be one of the dumbest ideas I think I've come up with. Bing, 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 bang, boom. Build construction wall. So this would have, what, 3 here? Oh, did I run out of wood? I'm using coke now. No. I do not want my dwarves in some coke walls. I have a sneaking suspicion that they'll be way too energized. Build door. Don't you meow at me. Uh-oh. It's bleeding through. It's Jason Bourne. All right, manager. Besmar Rungakel, the blacksmith, would make a good manager. Problem is, I need him for other things. Dastot is going to have to be my manager. Dastot, I am going to assign you this chair. This will auto-allocate to managers. I now have managers. Fantastic. Do you require anything else from me, Dastot? You do not. Fantastic. We are going to start doing some things. 1. This location has a workshop profile of a new order making a wood pot. To make 10 wood pots, of a condition of your product is that there is less than 15 wood pots. And the condition of your reagent needs there to be at least 15 logs. go. 15 logs for you. I'm fine with that. That means DT, we need an auto chop dashboard. That should be auto chopping trees, which they are, but no one's cutting them down. Did I get rid of the tree cutters? No, we still have a tree cutter. He's just also busy being a bowyer and a carpenter. We don't have a tree hater. All right, new problem. We need a tree hater. I have 2 tanners. All right, this man is a survivalist. Commit him in. Take the other dude off of it. Take him off of that. Take him off of that. Put him on that. This guy would be a legendary milker. He's also a pretty decent hunter. So, a hunter he shall be. Switch him to hunter now. Problem solved. Or no, did I just switch the wrong one? I wasn't paying attention. Please come back. I am terribly, terribly sorry. You are way better at tanning than you have any right to be. No, I need more hunters. You're a hunter now. Congratulations. This man shall be my tanner. Survivalist. There you go. You are now the tanner. Weaponsmith, another weaponsmith, but you're a decent furnace operator, so you're a dyer builder. Because we needed another weaponsmith. I mean, we're not inundated with them right now. I'll put you in as a furnace operator. Commit you through. All right. Hauler. Which one of you would be really good at cutting trees? Any of you named? None of you are named. Mr. Toast! Mr. Toast shall be a tree hater. And there we go. Now we have a tree hater. Anyone else doing tree hating? Mebzeus no longer needs to do tree hating. Problem solved. Worst case scenario, I don't have enough axes. Golly gee. If only I had a weaponsmith who could make me, I don't know, a couple of iron battle axes. And or maybe a couple of iron war hammers. While I'm at it, why don't we just get a couple of iron short swords? Because screw it. We've got legendary weaponsmiths. We might as well use them. We need to start stockpiling everything. The babies, the baby tryhorns. All right, that manager's office is now done, which means I can resize it. There we go. I could get rid of the dirt later to make it be all wood, but that's not necessary right now. Now that that has been done, you on the left, still, you have a workshop order of brew drink from plant. I want you to brew 10 drinks at a time with a condition of your reagent, which is what you need to make shit, is at least 12 of both. And the condition of your product, not seeds, I give a fuck about seeds, is that there is less than, we'll say 200. There you go. However, you on the other side have the same workshop order, except you are from fruit. Your 10 off the condition of your reagent and products to get rid of seeds. Drinks is less than 200, and you need 12 and 12. I think that makes sense somewhere. You should always be processing plants, but I don't think I'm allowed to order that. Because if I order, let's say 5 processed plants when the condition of your reagents is you have at least 10, actually that seems to work. There you go. If you have at least 10 plants, fucking process that shit. That is your job. I don't know why it takes you so long to fucking figure that shit out. Build your shop, I'll set up its jobs later. I'm just gonna trigger an autosave in the off chance that gets borked. My favorite American socialist seems to be winning in Nevada. Which one? Who's winning? I don't know. Like, not that, I don't know anything about politics or anything like that, but I don't know who your favorite American socialist is. I don't know. Talking about Bernie? Bernie's a communist, right? I don't know. So you're finally going to make me a legendary axe so I can steal kills faster. I don't mind if it's made of elf bone. I think it'd be nifty if it was possible. That would be pretty funny. Oh, oh, oh. So the drink situation should probably get itself sorted. What is going on with leather? I need bags. For some reason, I don't have enough bags. Leather, 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 leather. We'll just order 5 of them. Fuck it. We're not getting seeds done. We have a lot of bone crafts this time. Fantastic. We need logs. The tree cutter's not doing them because we don't have the axes for him, maybe. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm back with my food. Are you, though? Are you back with your food? How do we know you are the you that is you with the food? That made sense. That made sense somewhere in my head. It's slightly early for me to be losing my mind, but remember I started 2 hours earlier. So I'm right on time. We have the insanity of 10:30 at 8:30. We're getting it done sooner. Manager. Do I need a bookkeeper? Dumb question. Yes, I do need a bookkeeper. Build construction wall. I'm just gonna start building these walls out of not wood for now, though. This is punishing me. But we're not getting the blocks either. Why are we not getting the blocks? Did you cancel on me? You did. All right, so we have to wait for us to start getting blocks again. They appear to be done making our metal for us. I'm not sure about that. So, we're gonna get 3 more picks. So I don't think I got picks earlier. And then I'm gonna order a bunch of bolts. Because fuck it. This map is just rolling around in iron. Let's start giving our hunters more metal bolts. Just freaking plug people in the head. Get that shit done. Are there enemies around? Of course there is. There is a giant slug. S-A-K-L. Kill the giant slug. We need more booze triangle krakens. Because there's no one next to my name. What? Booze triangle. Uh-oh. Oh, duh, the military caught the slug. I was like, what is this combat noise? The death of the slug. See, now it's been replaced with a hamster and a beetle. Or we kill both at the same time. It gives us things to do and meat. We're never low on meat because of these monsters, which is good. That is, I'm not complaining. That's a good thing to have to deal with, is too much meat. I have a lot of constructs. I don't think that's causing us much right now, but I'm gonna do clean, was it clean const? Yeah, it was 1430. And our average went from 28 to 29. So yeah, that gave us back a frame per second. That is a fucking lovely command. We're even topping out at 30 again. Huzzah. I almost wonder if we just have too many animals or something. We haven't like lost too much time in space, but the fact we're losing any at all and I haven't done much is annoying. We have cloth. I see this. I see that we have cloth. Down below, I had the weaving guild. Where did I put that stupid thing? Here. Build thing for cloth. PH. Yeah, sure. Just stop early. That doesn't look shit. There we go. You are cloth. You are not. There's no reason to have people running all the way out here for this. That's just asinine. Makes slightly less sense to have people running all the way up there with the heavy stones, but I can work on that later. We might need to maybe stop making them make fuel. Are they still doing that on a repeat? No, they're out of fuel. They're just smelting all the iron still. Jesus Christ, I didn't know we had this much iron. So what, more bolts? I heard someone saying in my ear. I'm definitely not making that up. There we go. More iron bolts. Iron bolts for winning. You say this, but if you're processing them, that means I should be getting seeds of them. And I am. Rope reeds are finally growing. All we're really dependent upon is wood. Like, I'm trying to turn everything into blocks, so stone's kind of being a bit of a limiting factor here. But wood is also a limiting factor, so it's really just which one do I hate more, wood or stone? So here's the thing. If that was 1, 2, 2. That's the thing. The whole thing is mostly right. It's just the rotation is wrong. If I made that be a 2, hold on. If this was a 2, then that could be a 1. 2, 2, 1. Like, some of these would have to come out a little bit, but I think I could have changed the order. I did the 2s and the 1s. It was supposed to have been 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. That was what I knew from way back when. Why did I do this as 2, 2, 1? Like, this is throwing off so many of the numbers, and it's freaking costing me my sanity. But the real thing is that at the end, I'm needing this to be 1 higher, not what it is. So hold on. I'm not gonna keep this paused. This was 2, and I did that as a 1. This becomes a 2, that becomes a 2, that becomes a 1, which makes this a 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 2. See, something's already gone wrong. That's a 2, 2, 1. Shit. How did I get the height right, but the fucking... I swear somewhere in here I've got the cycle wrong. It's supposed to be 2 things of 1, right? 2, 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. At the yellow. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So this would actually be further back. This would actually be down 1, which would mean that what was visible would be, if this was, it is down 1. What the fuck am I talking about? Is that wall? Somehow the gap is just off. Like, I know that sounds weird. I probably sound like a crazy person. But the gap does not match the old Triforce gap. The old gap had 3, including the 2 turns, which meant the gap should be there, there, and there. You can see the mouse, right? Yeah, you can see the mouse. The gap should be that, and that. And then that should be the tip. This is supposed to be a 2, but by the pattern, it's not. So how is the dimension right, but the pattern wrong? It can't be, right? Okay, so I said that as what? This is 65 across? 65 across. Let me do the same thing over here. I can't. Fantastic. Let me do it here. If it is 65 across, And I did it the way I'm supposed to, where I think it should have been done. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Hold on, I'm not doing both sides. 65 would be 64, would be 32, 33. So this is the middle. 2, 2, 1, 2. If I had done it that way, that is what we would have had. Top to bottom, that is 55. And I think that would be the correct pattern. What is this top to bottom? 55. So that would, it would be the exact same height with a different pattern. And if I did that pattern, it would match that triangle, but at the end of the day, that would not fix the fact that there is somehow an extra gap here. 1, 2, 3 is all I had before. So that should be a 2, a 1, and then a 2. This should be up. In other words, I suspect my whole height is wrong. I think the entire height is off by 1. I have no clue how to fucking test that and or fix it. Short of making these triangles all be 1 higher and fixing that. I mean, I'm gonna have to get rid of these triangles anyway, so I might as well. That's not like that's far off. I'm recreating. I'm not doing anything extra. The outer, I think what it is I made the outer triangle, and the outer triangle wasn't supposed to match perfectly. I made this match that triangle when it shouldn't have. This is supposed to be a 2 up there, and this triangle, I've done this outer triangle as an encapsulation that made me do a pattern wrong somewhere. I don't know where or how it did, but this triangle's too far low. These bottom triangles are 1 square lower than they need to be for that to make sense. Am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? Does anyone follow what I'm saying for the math here? Don't look at Yak Cow, you become a holy knight for less than a year before goblins take over. That's mean. Because I remember how my triangles interacted with each other. Because the problem is I haven't had to do a design where I have a bridge between the two. But the bridge between the two, like this, had 3, and that matched the bottom of 3. Like, so somehow they have the right width, but not the right height. In every triangle, I had a 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. I kept saying that to everyone who stopped by. The pattern for these triangles is 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. And then somehow that just did not gel right. I don't know. But then how is the outer triangle right? How did I do that? How did I have the inner and outer triangles make sense in the last base? These triangles are just matching the outer pattern. Unless somewhere in the outer pattern I lost my mind. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 1. Where's my smoking gun? 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. By the red thing is a 1. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. There's no smoking gun. How is the outer pattern correct, but the inner triangle is off by 1 square? How does that even begin to make sense? Because if I just redid this the way I'm suspecting it should work, this should be 2 here, 1, 2. But that would not gel with this. That wouldn't be 3 away. That'd be 2 right there. I have no clue how I did that before. No, it's not that it's a spreadsheet or anything like that. It's I had the math. Like, I did it by hand last time. My first time, we did it by hand, and it was perfect. After 5 tries, it was perfect. When I stumbled upon the numbers, it worked perfectly. So now that I've recreated one using the numbers, it doesn't. And that is kind of annoying me. Also, SAKL, kill that giant chameleon. Please and thank you. Ultimately, it's not like I have to redo anything. This isn't like a major thing. I'm gonna have to take out this triangle to rebuild it like I did up there. Ultimately, I'm just having to build off of where I think the triangle should be. What the goofy thing is internally that'd be fine, which I would prefer. Externally, that outer triangle is going to look slightly off because this triangle is going to be one higher up than it needs to be in every position. So how do I explain that? That's what doesn't make sense to me. The outer math is right, the inner math is wrong. I would rather have the inner math be right and the outer math be wrong, and rather than that, I would rather all the math be right. Why is the math wrong? What are your artistic dwarves is horrified? No, don't be horrified. Stop. Because see these triangles? Oh no, this triangle isn't. This triangle's a 1 on the bottom. Well, no, that's good. This one's not even done yet. This one's gonna end up being a 1 on the bottom. All these triangles should really be 2. But they have a 1 on the end gaps. Never mind, that is right. This triangle's really down there with a 2 thickness. That has a 1 and it's 2 thickness, so this is too big somehow. See, somehow every iteration going in, the math is off by 1 every time. I don't understand how I did that. 1, that is wrong. Or these triangles are just a bit too close together. It's not even going to be a gap. If I did this like all the triangles were, can I do this as marker only? Thank you. If I did this as marker, that would be there. How big were you? You were 29. So if I did this as the same for a triangle in a triangle, which I suspect is correct, because my count here is going to be slightly goofy because I'm doing the inner part of the triangle, not the walls of the triangle for this math. This would be 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. It just touches, which means this is the wall. There is a 1 gap here, which is right. Technically, between these 2 gaps, if you just look at the wall, there would be a 1 diagonal gap. So these internally still make sense. Internal to 1 triangle, the math works. Somehow. The real thing became this outer triangle without a smoking gun doesn't match. Because it's not an even number. There is a smoking gun, I think. I think that's it.
Hi.
Hey, Anadar83, welcome to the stream. The outer triangle is supposed to be a 3 gap away from the wall, right? This is all supposed to be a 3 gap. The tip is 4. Tip is 5. So this pattern would not have worked. There should have been a 1. Would have gone 1, 1. So the whole pattern was fucked. This should have been 1, 2. So that would have been there. And then it would have been 2. The tip is supposed to be blunt. The whole pattern didn't make sense from the beginning. How did this yield a fat tip though? Because that says 1. I think what it is there's a rounding error. This was always 88%. In order to have an equilateral triangle with squares, the height had to be 88% the width. That's what all this came down to. The problem is at some point I need 0.6 of a square or 0.88 of a square. No matter how you do this, if I have an even number of squares or an odd number of squares, if I have a right amount of squares, it's always going to have a percentage of a square. I suspect I have hit some perfect fucking height weight ratio where the height is essentially rounded up one square before the math is supposed to. Like, I would need 2 more width to equal this height or something. I think I've hit a freaking critical point on the rounding on this math problem, and it's making me lose my damn mind. This is how Ganon wins. Shut up. Protractor and put it against your computer screen. Well, no, I don't need to. One, because I've essentially mathematically done that. That's where the 88% is. Or the 80-something%. I'm forgetting what it is. When I did the math the first time, that's basically what I did. An equilateral triangle was always going to have a height, especially if we're measuring this in squares, of 80-something% the width. It is not height equals width. That's fucking bonkers. That is not how you make an equilateral triangle. It needs to be slightly stubbier. Hence the 88 or 86 or whatever the percentage was. This outer triangle is what's annoying me now. We have blocks, right? That's kind of, no. Before we even do that, it's kind of one of the things we're waiting on no matter what is. We need blocks. I haven't even finished the ceiling of the first area. But if we turn all these to blocks, we had 70, they become 4. 7, 14, 21, 28. We should have 280 blocks worth off of the 70 stones we had. Yep, we're just under 300. I suspect we have more, so I might have mathed wrong somewhere in there. So when I finish this ceiling and I do the next triangles, they need to have a different shape. They need to match the top triangle. They need to be pointy. And then the diagonals will make sense. The only reason why I'm worried, this is why I'm worried, for those of you who weren't there for the other base, is this is supposed to be 3-dimensional. When this gets brought up, assuming Armok Vision works right now, when this gets extruded up into the air, it needs to be 3-dimensional. If one of the sides has a wider gap when I try to do a 3-dimensional Triforce, which should be a Quad Force, when I try to do the Quad Force, if one of the sides is longer than the others, then they won't meet correctly. The triangles will be lopsided north or south. They need to be equal in all like dimensions. And right now, that triangle is not, because we have a 3 gap here. This is really what this all comes down to, is we have 3 squares here. 1, 2, 3. Even when you account for it diagonally, you'd only actually see 1. It should be this one, and that square. This is supposed to be hidden. That's why this is a problem, is this is not a 2. If this was a 2 and or slightly higher up, because they would actually be trimmed down, not up. But if this was a 2 and 1 higher, this would be your 3 squares. So when you did it like this, you would start going out correctly. As it is now, you have 2 visible squares in a north-south orientation, but only 1 east to west. It doesn't have the same amount of squares showing for both directions for you to do a diagonal in, so it causes issues. That's really what all this is about, is when I start building this, if I don't have each of these 3 gaps between the triangles the same width, we're going to have an issue. This was a gamer internet, we wouldn't have this issue. Game over, return again. And the online internet stream about a game designed originally in ASCII has become super nerdy with all this math. Both erections. You must extrude it. It must erect into the air. Oh. And at that, I see we have come a little over another hour. So we're going to take a YouTube break. Catch you guys next time.